Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there lived in a certain village a little country girl, the prettiest culture that ever was seen. Her mother was absolutely fond of her, and her grandmother doted on her still more. This good woman has made for her a little Red Riding Hood, which came the girl so extremely well that everybody called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day her mother, having some of the contracts, said to her, "Go, my dear, and see how the grandmother does, for I hear she is being very ill. Carry her crushed, and there's a little pot of butter." As she was going through the wood, she met a wolf who had a great idea to eat her up. But he dared not, because of the woodcutters nearby the forest. He asked her where she was going. The poor child, who did not know that it was dangerous to stay and hear a wolf talk, said to him, "I'm going to see my grandmother and carry her the crushed and a little pot of the butter from my mama." "Does she live far off?" said the wolf. "Oh, yes," answered Little Red Riding Hood. "It is beyond that building that you see there at the first house in the village." "Well," said the wolf, "and I will go and see her too. I will go this way and you go that, and we will see who will be the soonest." The wolf began to run as fast as she could, taking the nearest way. And the little girl took a long route, diverting herself in the gathering net, running after butterflies and making nosegays of such little flowers as she met with. The wolf was not long before he got to go to the old grandma's house. He knocked at the door. Tap, tap. "Who's there?" "Your grandchild, Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf, faking her voice. "Who has brought you a crushed of a little pot of butter sent to you by Mama?" The good grandmother, who lived in the bed because she was somewhat ill, cried out, "Pull the string and the lid will go up." The wolf pulled the string and the door opened. And then he jumped upon the good woman and gobbled up her in a moment. He was very hungry because he had eaten nothing for more or less 3 days. He dashed shut the door and went into the grandma's bed, expecting Little Red Riding Hood, who came sometimes afterwards. He knocked the door. Tap, tap. "Who's there?" Little Red Riding Hood heard the big voice of the wolf, at first afraid, but believing her grandmother got a cold and was worse, she answered, "This is your grandchild, Little Red Riding Hood, who has brought you the crushed and a little pot of butter Mama sends you." The wolf cried out to her, softening his voice and much his could. "Pull out the string, and the leash will go up." Little Red Riding Hood put the string and the door opened. The wolf saw her coming and said to her, hiding himself under the bedclothes, "Put the crushed and a little pot of the butter upon the stool, and lick out and sit with me." Little Red Riding Hood sat in the bed, where big grunting amazed to see her grandmother look in the right night clothes. She said to her, "Grandma, what great arms you've got!" "That is better to hug thee, my dear." "Grandma, what a great lead legs you've got. That is rather bad, my child. Grandma, what great ears you got! It's better to hear thee, my child. Grandma, what great eyes you got! It is better to see thee, my child. Grandma, what great teeth you got! That is to eat you up. And saying these words, he raised the wolf upon the little Red Riding Hood and ate her up. The end.